Welcome back to another episode of Embarrassing Dad. Today I have something amazing for you. I'm making beer can burgers stuffed with crab imperial, and I'm going to show you how to make this amazing recipe. For those who don't know how to make a beer can burger or don't know how to make crab imperial, I am going to make both, and we're going to stuff the burger with the crab imperial. It's going to be amazing. So here we go. All right, your ingredient list is going to be really simple. All you're going to need is some good mayonnaise. Use Hellmans. Use the Hellmans real mayonnaise. Don't use the Miracle Whip. Here you're going to need a lemon, parsley, an egg, bacon, Worcestershire sauce. I don't know how to say it right. Some Old Bay. You're going to need some ground beef that's cold, and get yourself some good buns. Don't skip out on the buns. Don't be cheap and get the cheap hamburger rolls for this. So this is what you're going to need right here. Really simple to make. All right, let's get started here. What I'm going to give you is a very simple version of Maryland Style Crab Imperial. The ingredients I'm going to use here are just the basic stuff. I've seen some Crab Imperial, you add sugar and cherry and some peppers, and all that stuff will work. You use your own recipe if you have it. If not, use this one. I like this recipe. It works pretty good for the beer can burgers. And it's really easy. What we're going to do, add an egg. Here is about a quarter cup of mayonnaise, about a teaspoon of lemon, which is freshly squeezed, a little bit of freshly cut parsley. Got some Old Bay here. I like a little bit more Old Bay than most people probably would like. So I put a teaspoon and a half in there, but I wouldn't go overboard until you taste it yourself. And finally, some of that Worcestershire sauce. I don't know how to say it. I'm just going to call it the WC sauce. About a teaspoon of that. After you get all that done, we're just going to mix this together. It's pretty simple so far, wasn't it? There we go. And I already have the crab meat out. What we're going to do is just pour this over top the crab meat. And make sure you go through your crab meat and see if you can find any shells or anything like that. Sometimes you find shells and you don't want to be biting into your burger and finding a shell. So, but actually I looked through this a little bit and I didn't find anything, so I was pretty happy with that. And now we're just going to gently mix in the imperial sauce that we just made. We'll kind of do this gently. You don't want to mix it in too strongly. Just gonna I can smell that Old Bay. It smells really good. Wow, that smells good. And that's about it. That's right there. It's probably enough for about 4 burgers. I'm gonna make another. I'm doing 8 burgers, so these are big burgers. So don't think that you're gonna be able to eat 2. These burgers are pretty big. You'll see when we're done here. They're big, but I got a family of 6, so I'm gonna make 8 burgers and have 2 left over. So let's set this aside, and we'll get started on the beer can burgers. All right, let's get started with these the burgers here, the beer can burgers. They're pretty simple. Here's some couple things though about the beer can burgers. You're going to want an unopened can. Don't open your can up because you're gonna end up smashing your can while you're making these. So if you're using a soda can or a beer can, it doesn't matter. But don't open it. Make sure it's closed. Another little trick about making these: have some paper towels standing by, right next to you, because you're gonna need them. And make sure your ground beef is cold, because if it's not cold, going to be a little bit harder to work with. Show you how we're going to do this here. We're going to be making 8 of these. And what I like to do is about baseball size. Make a ball about the size of a baseball. All right, we got our 8. Here we go with the next step. Now, I don't know what everybody else does, but the beer cans, like I said, use an unopened one, and this one here is 12 ounces. But I wash it before I do this because I don't know who's touched this while they're making this. Maybe nobody, but it just makes me feel better to know that my can's washed. And how we're going to start is you're just going to take your ball of ground beef, stick it down in there, and this is where your paper towel is going to come in handy. And you're just going to smash that thing down inside that ball, just like that. Smash it straight down. And then you're just going to form around your can. Warm it up so that you're making like I don't know, a bowl. You're making a bowl out of it. Is really what you're doing. There we go. And then you take a piece of bacon. Or 2. I'd do 2. Wrap that thing right around there. Just like so. And this is where you need paper towel, because this is almost impossible once you've been touching that ground beef and your hands are starting to get a little bit greasy with that beef fat. You can never get this thing out. So use paper towel. Just reach in there, give it a twist, and it's suctioned right on in there. But there you go. Now you got your bowl. And I'm going to be taking these and setting them on a tray. I'll do another one for you. Bacon stays on there right good by itself. Alright, what we're going to do next is we're going to be filling each one of these up with our Crab Imperial. Don't be stingy. Alright, so we're at the point now where we're going to start baking these beer can burgers. What we're going to do is we'll set the oven to about 300 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll put these in for about 45 minutes and then we'll come back and check on them. Alright, here's where we're at so far. Just poured them out. Give something look amazing. What we're going to do now is we're going to put a little bit of cheese on them, a little bit of cheddar cheese. And now we're going to put these back in the oven and we're going to let the cheese melt. So you might be wondering what goes well on your bun with a beer can burger that's stuffed with Crab Imperial. Let me show you an easy, quick recipe to spice up some mayonnaise that goes very well with this. It's kind of like an imperial sauce, I guess, without the egg. All right, for this imperial sauce, it's pretty simple. Just going to take some mayonnaise, however much you think you're going to want. We're going to do 3 of these. kind of imprecise here. Just about 3 of these tablespoons, these big tablespoons. And about a half teaspoon of Old Bay. And about a half teaspoon of that WC sauce. Worcestershire, whatever you call it, sauce. And you're just going to give this a bit of a mix. Cruise to it. Now you got a nice tasty mayonnaise. Now you use what you want. You know, this is going to be your burger. So use plain mayonnaise if you want. But this is just a quick and easy little thing that we enjoy on ours.